Hey, it's Saf, and welcome back to my... Excuse me, Shino? Well, as I was trying to say before Shino so rudely interrupted us, my name is Sapphire. I'm so happy to have you here on my channel with me today. We are doing a really fun build, and I already kind of have a few items out, so you might be able to tell what we're doing. We are in fact building a vineyard for our boy Fang. This is all for our medieval themed island or castle core island, Honey Cove. And so when I found Fang on my latest villager hunt, I thought it'd be perfect to have him kind of run his own vineyard, have the grape bushes, and just be part of my island in that aspect. We got super lucky finding our wolf boy in our latest villager hunt, so I will be sure to link that video in the description box if you want to watch the shenanigans that ensued on that villager hunt. Wait. Oh! Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Ah! So my thought process was, for any kind of castle core medieval build, you're gonna have a ton of restaurants and pubs, and so I thought the alcohol has to come from somewhere. Before I even started this build, I took to Pinterest to find some great inspiration to kind of give me an idea of what I might want to build. So definitely including a lot of barrels, a lot of greenery, bushes, trees, lots of things like that that illustrate a vineyard. And so first and foremost, I'm just going ahead and picking out the spot for Fang's home. And I kind of went back and forth a little bit to figure out what would look the best with this tiny area to work with. But I ended up settling on the left-hand location. I just thought it looked nice next to that cliff and the trees behind it, so I thought it'd be a good location for him. And here's just me getting distracted by a Toile being an absolute cutie pie. But of course, when I want to go take a photo, she gets really camera shy and she walks away from us. Now, moving straight into the build, we are starting with Fang's exterior, and I was already struggling immediately, trying to figure out where to put this pergola. I think I overestimated just how big the pergola item actually is in this game. It requires a lot of space around it, but I was able to figure it out, and I got it to work quite nicely. I would say for anybody who's considering doing their own version of a vineyard build to absolutely choose the pergola, especially in its cute purple variety. It looks just like little grapevines hanging down, and it adds some nice depth and dimension to any kind of farm or vineyard build. And now moving on to the left-hand side of Fang's house, I added in some cute little barrels. I think this is pretty self-explanatory for any kind of farm or even a vineyard build. Adding in barrels really adds a lot to any kind of build like this. To me, it just makes the area feel a lot more rustic, and if you are doing castle core, I think it's important to have both the city medieval elements as well as the rustic rural areas. And now we're moving on to what I consider to be the best part of this build. It is the vineyard itself. I had a really cute idea to add in this custom code and make it look like the different rows were actually on hills. And I mean, you guys, look at this custom coding. It is so freaking adorable. The flowers, I mean, chef's kiss. I will be sure to link all of these custom codes in the box below, so you guys, if you want to download these for yourself for your own builds, you can. As for the actual items that will represent our grape vineyard area, we have the grape hats, which, I mean, you guys, once again, chef's kiss. This item literally is a game changer for a vineyard build. I think I ended up paying 10 Nook Miles tickets on Nookazon to have this hat, but it was worth it. It was worth every single penny. I also really wanted to have a lot of different elements in the vineyard itself, and so I planted these hardwood trees and I stunted the growth by putting fruit behind it basically. And it kind of just gives the impression that these bushes aren't fully grown yet and they are still in the beginning life cycle of a grape bush. I also added in the grape harvest basket, which I didn't even know was an item in the game until I found out that I had to actually time travel to September 4, but you know, it was worth it. And once again, I'm getting distracted by my villagers being absolutely adorable. I mean, look at Roll, you guys. He just is a model. He is a model with his little basket. Like, he is literally, oh my gosh. He is so cute. And it was at this point in my build when I realized a very fatal flaw in my game. I have over 800 hours in this game, and you are telling me I don't have the bucket DIY? I actually don't know how that's possible. But yeah, I don't have the bucket DIY, and I was like, well, wait a damn minute. So I did what any sane person does, and I traveled to my friend's island and had her craft me the buckets. So a huge shout out to Davy for opening up key lime to little old me. A girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do to make sure her Animal Crossing island is perfect. So after some materials exchanged and 100 million bells donation just to Davy, I was proud to return to Honey Cove with buckets in hand. Just look how cute that is, you guys. The bucket, so good. Such a good item. To finish up the vineyard section of this build, I decided to add in the purple hyacinth bush to kind of give the illusion that this was the grape bush before it was picked. And yeah, I thought this was a pretty cute detail. After adding in the final grape hat, I really thought this actually was coming together finally, and so I was really happy about that. And here I am just adding in a few little details, a little hand cart, our walking path around the vineyard, and just a few other custom codes that really made the build come together. At this point, I felt like Fang's house was lacking severely, so I went back and added in a few extra items to kind of give a little bit of some spunk and personality. But then it was time to move on to the right side of the build because that was also being neglected severely. I really wanted to have the vineyard separate from the beach, so I added in these really cute wood partitions from the 2.0 items. And I was really happy I did this. I think it really added a lot and made it come together, you know? I once again added another barrel and a grape hat along with it. And for some finishing texture, I added in this custom path coating of a brick area to give a little bit more definition to the pergolas and help them to stand out. At this point, I felt like the build was all coming together, but I still wanted to add a little item behind the pergola, and I wasn't really quite sure what to put here. I tried a tree and it didn't quite look right. But then I found this well, and I actually thought it looked kind of nice. It kind of gave a little bit of backwards perspective with a tall item in the front and a shorter item in the back. And I'm just finishing up the build with a few other little details. I added in some little white mums, just trying to add a little bit more nature into the build, and I thought it looked really nice. A bit of a hot take, but I actually like the mums. I think they're a really cute flower, and I think they're my personal favorite flower in Animal Crossing actually. At this point, you may have noticed that I did change out the coloring of the wood partition to kind of give it more of a rustic feel, and I added in some hedges as well. And with a few more items to put down, I was finally finished. I was incredibly happy with this outcome. I thought it looked super great, added in a lot of elements of medieval core, the vineyard, natural environments. I thought it all came together really well, and I want to know what you guys thought as well. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end, I really appreciate you. Again, my name is Sapphire. I do weekly YouTube videos, and I'm also live on Twitch, and I do a lot of fun cozy game content. With that being said, I am signing off for now. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye!